news headlines for our viewers today. The top 10 news of the day are: OIC demands debate in Lok Sabha on LAC standoff. Government resorting to silence and misdirection. PM Modi says India has to develop faster as new world order takes shape post-COVID-19. Russia-Ukraine war, Chechen troops release Kremlin forces trapped in troubled Mariupol. AAP moves Supreme Court over Delhi MCD polls, seeks free, fair and expeditious elections. Yogi 2.0 cabinet decision soon. Women caste combination age to play role, say sources. Punjab CM Bhagwant Mann to provide personal contact number as anti-corruption helpline. Russia refuses to comply with ICJ order to stop Ukraine war. No consent here. Harbhajan Singh likely to be AAP's Punjab candidate for 2022 Rajya Sabha post. Zelensky blames Germany for delay in Ukraine's membership to EU. For you, it's politics, he says. Cyclone Asani likely to form over a central Bay of Bengal on March 21st, says IMD. OIC demands debate in Lok Sabha on LAC standoff. Government resorting to silence and misdirection. AIMIM Chief Asaduddin Owaisi raised a series of questions on the India-China border standoff on Thursday, calling the attitude of the government on issues of the national security unacceptable. In a series of tweets, Owaisi demanded that there be a proper debate in the parliament about the Ladakh border crisis and on India's strategy to deal with China. PM Modi says India has to develop faster as new world order takes shape post-COVID-19. Speaking at the valedictory function of the 96th Common Foundation course at the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, Missouri, via video conferencing, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the country needs to develop at a rapid pace to find its role while the new world order shapes up in the backdrop of the COVID-19 pandemic. Russia-Ukraine war, Chechen troops release Kremlin forces trapped in troubled Mariupol. Amid incessant Russia's military offensive towards Ukraine, reports have emerged that Chechen troops have intervened in the violent clashes and come to the rescue of Kremlin's special military forces. Sources also informed that the Russian military men were trapped in the Ukrainian encirclement for the while and before the Razman Kadyrov-led forces released them. The release surfaced simultaneously to Vladimir Putin's army's continued aggression in the city of the Mariupol, which sheltered 500 civilians. Belkis Willi, a senior researcher with the Human Rights Watch, told on March 16. AAP moves Supreme Court over Delhi MCD polls, seeks free, fair and expeditious elections. The Aam Aadmi Party on Thursday moved the Supreme Court seeking directions to the State Election Commission to conduct municipal elections in Delhi in a free, fair and expeditious manner. In its plea, AAP requested the Supreme Court to issue directions for the scheduling of the MCD polls without any interference from the central government. Yogi 2.0 cabinet decision soon. Women caste combination age to play role, say sources. After its historic victory in the Uttar Pradesh Assembly election, the Bharatiya Janata Party is now preparing for the swearing-in ceremony of the Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and his new cabinet. Ahead of the swearing-in of the Yogi 2.0, sources have named many factors like women, caste combination, education, qualification and age of the MLAs that are being considered as a part of the planning. BJP has held several rounds of meeting after the poll results on March 10th to discuss the new possible cabinet. Punjab CM Bhagwant Mann to provide personal contact number as anti-corruption helpline. A day after taking oath as the Chief Minister of Punjab, Bhagwant Mann announced his first big decision on Thursday. Taking to his social media handle, Man announced that an anti-corruption helpline, his personal WhatsApp number, will be launched on 23rd March. Shaheed Divas, the day Bhagat Singh, Shivaram Rajguru and Sukhdev Thapar were hanged by the British. Russia refuses to comply with the ICJ order to stop Ukraine war. No consent here. In a significant development, Russia on Thursday, March 17, refused the demand of the International Court of Justice to stop the war in Ukraine. Kremlin Press Secretary Dmitry Peskov stated that the ICJ has a concept of consent of the parties and there was no such consent to end the war on Moscow's part. Harbhajan Singh likely to be AAP's Punjab candidate for the 2022 Rajya Sabha polls. In a massive development, former India cricketer Harbhajan Singh is likely to join the Aam Aadmi Party and become the party's Punjab candidate for the Rajya Sabha election slated to be held later this year. The decision comes close in the heels of AAP's successful assembly election in Punjab, which saw Bhagwant Mann become the new chief minister of the state. Earlier in the day, sources close to the PTI had confirmed that the party's top leadership, including the new CM, approached Harbhajan Singh with an offer to become their nominated candidate for the next Rajya Sabha term. Zelensky blames Germany for delay in Ukraine's membership to EU. For you, it's politics. Ukraine President Vladimir Zelensky believes that by delaying Ukraine's access to the European institutions, Germany is contributing to the construction of a new European wall. In an address to members of the German Bundestag, the Ukrainian president criticized the fact that many German lawmakers do not want to constrain Russia as the situation demands. Cyclone Asani likely to form over Central Bay of Bengal on March 21st, says IMD. The IMD has predicted that the year's first cyclone Asani is likely to form over the Central Bay of Bengal on March 21st. Though the cyclone is unlikely to cross the Indian coast, heavy rains and strong winds are expected over Andaman and Nicobar Islands. According to IMD's rainfall warning, scattered to fairly widespread rainfall is very likely over Andaman and Nicobar Islands during March 16 to 20. Well, this was all about the top 10 news of today. Stay with us, we shall bring you top 10 news every day. This is Aparna Singh reporting for iScopeMedia.